Hello everyone, this will be a quick guide on how to beat Demon Lord Enslar. Before I start explaining the mechanics, I would heavily suggest you run full knockdown resists on this fight, as Enslar spams knockdowns out of the wazoo, so just be sure to be using 2 adamantine crystals. Now, this fight is divided in 2 phases, and there's a mechanic that repeats throughout the whole fight in both phases. You'll notice, when Enslar attacks, she sometimes leaves a orb behind that explodes around a second or two. After the explosion, you'll notice a yellow fragment floating in that location. At first, you can't do anything with them, but eventually, Enslar will do an attack which will transform all the yellow fragments in the map into yellow flames. This can be hittable, and when you kill them, they will give you a buff of plus 100 AP and DP. But more important, if you don't kill these flames and you let too many stack, eventually Enslar will enrage and do a one-shot mechanic that you can't avoid. So be sure to be clearing the map of the flames. Now, for the first phase, you'll just be DPSing and dodging her attacks, but eventually you'll see the message, "To skies we rise." Enslar will start charging up a jump, and will then do a massive AoE across the whole arena. To avoid it, you must run behind one of the pillars and stay hidden, as she'll do a second AoE after falling down, which will activate all the yellow fragments, transforming them into yellow flames, like we talked about. After that, you can just go back to fighting her. The next mechanic happens at around 50% HP and can be repeated later if you're too slow. Enslar will teleport to the middle of the arena, and you'll see the message, "The sacred flames of Orbita Castle begin to burn." You'll notice there's 4 towers on the corners of the arena, with a red flame above them. You'll need to watch which flames turn golden. Then, you'll see the pillars summon orbs that will slowly walk towards the boss. Your objective is to body block the balls that came from the pillars that still had red flames, and completely ignore the ones that came from the pillars that had the golden flames. There will be 3 waves, and if you do this mechanic properly, the boss will get stunned and you'll get a free DPS phase. Otherwise, you get one shot. The first phase will keep alternating between these 2 mechanics until the boss is dead. Now, on to the second phase. The boss will start by flying up. While she's doing her attacks with the wings, she's in full life frame, so just focus on dodging. The first mechanic will happen when you see the message, "Do not defy Hellions' will." When that happens, Enslar will hover above the arena and summon waves of enemies. You just kill them, and eventually she gets stunned and drops down into the ground, and you get a free DPS phase. After this, she'll fly back up and be invulnerable while doing attacks. So we'll just have to wait it out until she's finally hittable and on the ground without her wings. On this phase, she also has a similar attack as the first one, where she'll do an AoE that will hit the whole arena and activate the flames. If you see her just floating in place, not doing anything for around 5 seconds, she's charging up that attack, so you should go straight back behind the pillar if you don't want to get hit by it. The last mechanic on this phase happens at around 50% HP. You'll see a huge portal showing up in one side of the arena, and you'll notice waves of enemies start being spawned. During this mechanic, you can actually hit the Shadow Knights that are at each one of the 4 pillars in the corners, and that's exactly how you clear the mechanic. You need to go from pillar to pillar, kill all 4, and when you do, Enslar gets stunned and you get a DPS phase. And that's it. The fight will just keep repeating a cycle of the boss flying up and not being hittable, and then losing her wings and you being able to DPS her. And eventually, you'll manage to kill her. Good luck everyone.